Hey, what up? He said he wanted to go count of three, right?
And it
Yeah,
begins.
yeah. All right. Well, this is the Rad Gamer Dads podcast, episode 1, right? One officially. Yeah. We're not in early access. We're not in beta. All right. Not episode 358 over 2 days. You know, this is the first episode.
Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom
reference.
Hearts reference.
Right. We'll talk about Rad Gamer Dads shortly. Let's go around the room here and introduce ourselves. We start over here. This handsome fella.
How's it going? I'm Josh Nagel, and I'm happy to be here.
Now, part of the Rad Gamer Dads, even though he's not a dad,
I have a dog.
He's a dog father, and if Snoop Dogg can be the dog father, he can somehow, by osmosis, come into the Rad Gamer Dads. It's fine. He's great.
That's what I refer to myself as.
The dog father?
No, the Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
Rad Gamer Dads.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We also got to give him credit for getting this whole setup hooked up for us too.
100%.
So we wouldn't. We're
You
not
wouldn't
going to
be here?
right this whole time, are we?
No, I'm not going to be drinking during this. No.
But anyway, yes, a big thank you to Josh for being able to set this up so we could make this actually work.
For
so.
sure. We brought him on because he kept on commenting like with a really deep and insightful things that I'm just like, shit, I need to think about this kind of stuff. And we're like, yeah, we got to get this guy on. So happy to have you aboard, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Cool. I am Luke Giegrick. I am one of the original Rad Gamer Dads. I've been doing this for 3 years now.
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute. How long have we known each other?
A long time. A lot longer.
Your last name is Giegerick.
We've talked about this before.
Probably when I was drunk.
I've simplified it for you. I just go by Geekrich now because it takes out the whole conversation.
But it's Giegerick.
No, just Giegrick.
Giegerick. Not Geekrich.
Giegrick.
I can do that.
Okay.
Why didn't you just tell me that?
I think I've tried before.
Whatever, man. All right.
Anyways, I'm Luke Giegrich.
Yeah. My name's Andy Rang. I guess founder, if you want to call the Rad Gamer Dads. I don't know. We'll get into the origins of it, a little bit later. But yeah, all of us are fathers except for Rad Gamer Lad over here. He's way too young.
Young Ethan.
Young Ethan.
The Rad Gamer Lad.
Yeah.
Young
yeah.
Ethan.
So
I'm definitely old enough to be a father. What are you talking about? There is some people in my school that are like parents. I'm like, why? You are like, there's some people that are freshmen that are parents, and I don't understand.
you don't have to. I mean,
I'm sure you've learned how. And
yeah.
I don't understand why they would do that. So stupidly. Like,
Well, I don't think they made a conscious decision to be like, I'm gonna have
yeah,
a kid
but, like,
now.
use protection though.
Just-
Like, that's what you got to do. It's
Yeah,
dumb.
but sometimes pull-out works okay. All right, anyways.
Oh, no. Oh, roping it back in.
Yep.
I am Rob Hinton. I've known Luke. Well, I've known Josh for 20 some years. I've known Luke for pretty close to that. Met Andy through Luke. I've known Ethan since before he was born because I know his parents. So, and just wait till you get married, my friend. We've got a secret in store for you.
Sporting our only merch here. Rad Gamer
He's a
Dads.
merch
the only
man.
one that thinks.
I thought this was
True.
an audio
It was literally
podcast.
I don't
and-
even
5:30
have the-
a.m. and I thought to myself, I better grab that shirt on my way out to work.
I've been
this
on
morning.
2 live streams and I still don't have a shirt. So
I
don't know.
I
That's
thought.
Andy's department.
We
I
need
thought-
to get you a Rad Gamer Lad shirt.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what
then
we
we have to. Then I have to go to the guy who made that, and then
Yeah.
it's a longer process.
just have him take the baby. and
Well, you
put
can
it
get
on
one
his
for
face.
Josh
Put it on his
now.
face. What's that?
You can do one for Josh too, so you can do both. at the same
Right.
time.
But make it a dog.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Make
get
him
with
look
the
like
guy. I'll get with the guy and
I-
make sure that our shirts are more inclusive.
I like
I'm
where this
sorry.
is going.
They deserve
yeah.
shirts.
Yeah, we need more inclusive shirts. I'm gonna get on this. All right, I know the guy obviously that did that. So
We have it on video now, so.
yeah,
if you
it's
have
our
to.
only merch. So if you want one of these, hit me up.
I am Ethan Watermont. I'm 15 and I've been on. Is it just 2 live streams or was it 3?
It's been
I-
2 or 3.
I
Two
think
24-hour ones.
In the
for sure.
12 hour.
Yeah,
I've been on
24 hours. for
Oh
sure.
yeah, and the 12 hours. So yeah, I've been on 3, but I've been on the 2 yearly 24. I've been on 2 of the 24-hour yearly live streams. So I've been doing this for a while.
he brings the youthful presence
Yes,
here.
I have the very, childlike charm to me.
Just stop.
I
It's fine.
Rad.
He has beautiful hair.
Yeah, yeah.
There,
hair.
you're the one
Yeah.
with the beautiful hair.
He's
Yeah.
actually 49.
You wouldn't think it.
I know.
I don't
He's
know
got
how
that
to
reverse Benjamin
talk-
Button gene or
Yeah.
something like that. Well, wouldn't that make him older then? Yeah, so you do have the Benjamin Button gene. You're turning into a baby.
What's a Benjamin Button gene?
You've never mind. Never mind.
Don't
Never
worry
mind.
about
Wait,
it.
no.
We'll get to it later.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Right. So as the Rad Gamer Dads, how this all started, actually, we were doing charity streams for the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. And we were originally called the Knights of Aria.
I remember that.
It's my daughter's name, Aria, and she actually had to have a part of her lung resected in Iowa City, and that's why we're like, raise money for them during Extra Life. That's what we got into it.
Yeah.
Years ago, we, me and a few other buddies got into Extra Life, and something I've dabbled into over the years, but like 3 years ago, we kind of went all in on it, and that's when we started with Knights of Aria, and then we actually made a page with Knights of Aria on Facebook, and it was full. It was everyone was in it, everyone. We had like 300 plus people in there, but a lot of them were like like part of our family. They were older, we put like video game stuff in there, okay, and no one wanted to see that. So I'm like, we need to rebrand. We need to rebrand, branch out, and completely gutted that. Turned into the Rad Gamer Dads, and now we're basically a video game reaction news meme page. We have fun with it.
Just a farce.
Don't start the people with lies, Andy.
Right. I mean, when I say news, I mean we react to things that happen, and go from there. But it's basically a meme page, and it's awesome.
I like it.
It's super good. We have some pretty decent conversations on there, over there for sure. Josh is a big part of that because I remember I would put things on there and be like, no, you stupid old man, we don't want to talk about that stuff. And then Josh somehow he starts talking about it, like people are like, yeah, we want to talk about stuff. I was like, cool.
I like
That's
the
good.
I like the industry of gaming. It's
So
one of my
do I.
favorite
When I
parts.
posted that stuff, though, no one cared. No one cared. Then
They want the comedy from you.
Because everybody likes to hate on Andy.
Because when
Well,
you
Josh
bring
is likable. I'm like,
but when you bring
stupid
Snoop
fat
Dogg
guy.
into anything, it becomes gold.
Yeah, the dog
Exactly.
father. The
Exactly.
the dog father.
We just have to bring a dog. To make this podcast way more popular, we just need to bring a dog, just set it on the table, and instant views.
Well, maybe
Instant
we'll
views,
we'll
for
work in
sure.
that. But now we don't. Well, we're not streamers. Okay, we will stream things occasionally, but we normally have 2 12-hour streams, and those are normally for one's a 50-50 that we raise for this main event in November that we're having, the 24-hour, and the other 12-hour is for another like substance abuse nonprofit or mental health nonprofit program. One that we did was Opening Doors, and they actually run the women's shelter, Teresa Shelter,
Mhm.
Maria House, and there's another one too. And I think we did like 400 some. No, it was like 600.
It's 600. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 600. So yeah. So yeah, there's that one that we do, and then the main one is 24-hour, and we used to do that for the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. And I kind of focused on what's going to help us, locally, like nonprofit. Decided to go with NAMI of Dubuque, and they're the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and they have a lot of different chapters all over the United States. So got with them, talked to the president about that a little bit more, and she's totally cool with that. Obviously, any giving them money is going to be good. So that's what we're doing it for this year, and they offer peer-to-peer counseling. They've got classes, kind of the more importantly, like how to navigate the mental health system, which is often so convoluted and just so hard to, and especially when you're already really, really needing help and no one else to go to. So they offer a lot of great services, like I said, counseling, classes, things like that. So more stuff, a lot more in the future that we can hopefully raise with that money.
Yeah, and honestly, I was kind of surprised when we decided to switch that, because I know when you had brought it up earlier this year about switching it from the the children's hospital thing to this one. Um, as we all know, mental health has a very big stigma still, even with a lot of the breakthrough stuff that's come through about it and a lot of the new programs. But I was actually surprised back when we did that one in March that we made as much as we did off of it, because of that main reason of like people still look at mental health issues as a taboo, and things that they don't want to talk about. And I figure, when you put kids in anything, it's easy to draw a crowd to it, because
Absolutely.
kids are kids. I mean,
Mhm.
I have kids. I would do anything on the planet to make sure that they were taken care of and things like that. But then, I know Luke had mentioned, wrote up a thing the other day on Facebook about, how gaming and stuff over the last years really helped him with men, which I'm not going to go into because that's his story. But, you know, even myself, I've always been a very upbeat, happy-go-lucky guy. You really don't get stressed out too much. But I mean, I've gone through my bouts over the last couple months. With the pandemic and dealing with things, just, you get in those funks, and it's nice to know that there's things out there. And I'm just glad to see that even only going live with our donations from last week, I mean, we're almost halfway to our goal, and we still have, 3 weeks to go before the
Right.
actual event. So I'm very impressed with the reaction we've gotten. Because I was afraid we were going to try to do what we did last year, because we raised what
2,500.
2,500 somewhere
Ish.
around there.
It was close to 25.
And it's like that's a big chunk of money for four dudes sitting in a basement playing video games all
Yeah.
for a day. So it's good to see that we're actually making some headway and making getting donations in for that. So
yeah. People care. I mean, it's I don't know what to say about it. It's hard, like you said, people, yeah, you attach kids to it, but mental illness and substance abuse is so much more broad. It affects people differently,
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I talked to my brother about it, and University of Iowa is great to raise money for, of course, if you want to do that, especially the Children's Hospital. But um, where a lot of work and the backbone a lot of this stuff goes into is nonprofit organizations. And my brother-in-law tipped me off on it because he works for a nonprofit organization. And he's like, you should find one that that you want to raise money for there, something for a good cause. I'm like, yeah. So we started looking at it. I'm like, what we really need is more help with mental health, issues, and where to find services. I mean, it's not just here, it's everywhere.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
and I mean,
something-
I even asked Emmy about it too, because when you kind of made the decision to do that, I kind of even asked her, being she's in a medical profession as well. I kind of asked her, I was like, is that a good move? Is it a bad move? And she said, honestly, children's hospitals are always going to find money no matter what. So she's like, honestly, by taking your efforts and putting them elsewhere, it's not going to hurt the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. Essentially, she's like, they're always going to find funding for the things they need. So finding something that does need that extra boost and that extra help is always going to be beneficial. So
For me, a big part of that was, in our office, whenever somebody brings up mental health at my office, I always say, if you've got a brain, you should worry about brain health.
Agreed.
Right. And so it is kind of like a rallying thing. And when I think of gaming, it has extremes to both sides of those things, right? It can be an isolating thing. And unfortunately, we've lost a lot of great streamers over the just last year to battles with mental health issues, to be full on life saving for people, where they were like, you know what, I didn't have anywhere else to go. This was my outlet. This is where I found my crew, and this is where I found myself. And so when I think about gaming, like, it really spans that whole spectrum, and it fits in. Working towards mental health really like fits well inside that niche. Like you said, there's not a lot of bad causes, right? You're not going to have to twist my arm to be like, you know what, we should probably do something for a children's hospital. Absolutely. But I think if you look at a fit for what we're doing and who our audience really is, I can't think of a better thing than especially NAMI having a Dubuque chapter that really goes right back into our community.
Right.
Mhm.
It's so
100%.
personal, and mental health issues are so prevalent that I can guarantee everyone in this room, anyone who's listening, has someone in their life or themselves personally have experienced struggles with mental illness, or difficult mental health problems. And this feels a lot different than the last ones we did. As you said, with Children's Hospital, that's always going to be a cause that can be championed pretty much anywhere. But this is really hitting home, and I think very local for all of us now. So this is really, how successful we've already seen. I've seen people donate who have stories that we may want to pick up and just share if they're willing, because this is something that we all need to be more aware of. We need to be able to be more supportive for each other and remove that stigma
Yeah.
that exists for it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because we did that the first 24-hour. We had, I think, 5 or 6 families that had
Mhm.
that donated and had direct interaction with the University of Iowa themselves. So like you said, like if we have people that would be interested in us sharing that information and those stories, I mean, we can always do it confidentially too. We never need to tell somebody's name if they don't want it told.
right.
And
But-
in going forward with this too, I think that it's a great idea, but we also have to look at too, like people don't want to open up that way too.
Oh yeah, totally.
So I mean, if we have people that of, been hearing, passerby, just like
Mhm.
like to talk about their story, like we would definitely want to. But I don't know if I want to put that out there so
Right.
much.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
I'm also happy that people now over the years have been opening up and talking about it more. There are people that suffer silently all the time, but there are also many people that are suffering out loud. And I think that that's more important because it's getting out there and people are wondering about that. I remember when my own mother was going through her mental health struggles. She suffers from severe clinical depression and schizophrenia. And my grandparents, when I told them about that, like what it actually was, and they said, Nothing's wrong with her." Their generation did not understand that.
Right.
It was never talked about. It was definitely there.
Yeah.
It was just never talked about. So I'm glad that people are more opening up, and because more people come out that talk about what they're going through, hopefully the more that they can, willing to get help. So, yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, man. For real. I
Yeah.
mean, because it is one of the difficulties for anything that's brain related is you can't see it,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes a lot harder to fix.
100%,
People can't, they can't walk around and guess just because you're feeling like Rob said, like everybody has gloomy days.
Mhm.
Sometimes those dip all the way into depression or severe anxiety. Other
Mhm.
times, just having a crappy week, and you can't guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Somebody that's going through something, we get real adept at putting on a brave face,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And just kind of like making it through the day. And so to be able to share those stories out loud, I think that's one of the biggest things that will remove the stigma, right? Is just being
Mm.
like, oh, you were affected by mental health in your life, whether it's you or somebody else. Oh, you
Mhm.
too? Oh, pretty much all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's not something that should be tucked away. It's something that we just need to have conversations about. There,
Mhm.
it's not when you said, well, there's nothing wrong with her, and it's like your grandparents are right. There's nothing wrong with her,
Right.
but there's something going on that needs attention, and acting like it doesn't exist is definitely not.
Well, this
the,
is when this
the
is when
helpful thing.
This is already when a diagnosis was already put on this. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, there's definitely something that it's definitely it. And this is another thing that NAMI helps with too, and even through the pandemic, they have peer-to-peer support groups, family caregiver support groups, things like that. And what we're experiencing here in this community, I mean, if it's something that is some sort of resource that we're lacking, because of their, national affiliation, they can go to their other affiliates and get more ideas and things like that. So it's a network,
Yeah.
It's what it's about, reaching out together to kind of help everyone, no matter where they're at in life or where they live. So
Young Ethan,
Yeah.
the Rad Gamer Lad. Connect us old, foolish, out of touch people
These old men.
with what's your experience been? It just like the current generation that's coming up. What's kind of your view of mental health? Did you guys feel like you approach it different than our age? Just like, Andy said, well, his grandparents to his mom to us, there's been a progression and hopefully one in the right direction. Where do you feel like your your generation stands?
My generation, I feel like we're very open with a lot of mental health stuff, but at the same time, there's also, I feel like, a lot more people that try to like exploit it, even if they don't like actually have it. Because I've seen a lot of things where like people will just pretend to have things to gain attention from other people as well. But that's only really possible because like so many people are like very open about mental health stuff, and like if you ask for support, you can pretty well get support, whether it be from counselors or just friends. A lot of people will recognize that it's an actual problem and will help you with it. I don't think I've really ever met a person at school that like doesn't believe in like mental disorder, or not even disorders, just mental issues or
Yeah.
problems.
Definitely
Yeah,
not. Like nobody's dismissive of the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. I see what you're saying.
Which I feel like is something we've experienced in our generation a lot, where it's very well just swept under the rug.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm,
I mean,
mhm.
when I was in school, like it was, oh, the kids just give him some Ritalin or give him, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, or
Yeah.
just to give him either the boost or the calm down or whatever
Yeah.
he needs, and I mean, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but and I could see what you're saying though too, where some people might just use it as an exploit because. But I mean, that could be said for anything. I mean, you
For
find
sure.
anything throughout history, and if something can gain attention, there's people out there that are willing to use that. And I could be wrong because I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but that can almost be considered probably a mental issue too.
I was going to say
because
I-
you're what is the word I'm trying to think of? Hypochondriac.
That's like when you're afraid of that you're sick with everything that you ever come in
Is it?
contact with.
Yeah.
Okay.
you-
Well, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to think
Mhm.
of, but essentially it's like using somebody else's struggle to gain attention for yourself
okay.
is almost in a way of is almost a mental issue in itself, So
Oh,
There's-
that's almost like a Munchausen's type
That's what I
thing.
was
there you
thinking.
go. That's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Yeah. But I mean anything can be exploited for gain, and it's unfortunate when there's people that are struggling and see people that just use it for that purpose.
Well, I'm excited that we're using a platform that is so multi-generational, because it's like it's cool that we actually get to have those conversations and be like, "Hey, here's where we missed." Right? Like we didn't get the right answer. We didn't walk away from our generation like, "Hey, way to go. Everybody, we nailed the mental health thing."
Mhm.
Right? And then to see your generation where you're like, "Hey, we're actually a lot more open." But that also caused this other like little problem. So where do we go from there, right? And like the more you can get more people on board, especially with different experiences and different ages, like that's really helpful. And what better medium than video games? For real.
It's the catalyst. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
it's awesome.
I'm so happy to see that these next generations that are like your generation, ones that are coming up, are just more open, more inclusive, more kind. Um, because people need to be like more like that. People talk about people being like, oh, snowflakes, or you need your safe space. Like, no, you just need to be kind and not
Right.
be dicks to each other. Like the whole bullying thing. Like people, I was bullied in school. I'm like, yeah, and you're an asshole. Like, I mean, we need to be kinder to each other. We need to be more inclusive. We need to reach out more. We need to be more supportive. And I I'm happy to see that people like in your generation are getting that, because I always see some of the comments on Facebook and people that were in our generation, and of course older, and we're just like, oh god, oh
Just
no,
So close-minded and opinionated. And
yeah.
Because with another thing with like my generation is, at least in my experience, what I've seen, and like my own personal experiences, like bullying and getting help from people is the easiest in high school and the hardest in middle school.
Mm.
Because like in middle school, I was like physically bullied. Like I got beat
Mm.
up a few times. I was made fun of all the time, and that's where it like made me mad the most to see like people pretending to have it. Because like some people, you could tell that they were pretending pretty easily if you like actually had it and knew what it was like, and it just that like made it worse because I was like I didn't want to talk about it almost because then I was like, then am I just only wanting to say this because I want attention? Because I don't know. And with that, but with like in high school, um, I heard about some in my advanced art 2D class just earlier today. Some girl came in and she was like, "Yeah, sorry I'm late." And then I kind of overheard her talking with the teacher about why it happened, and some girl that her and her friends didn't even really know that well came up to her and just said, "I know that I don't really know you guys that well, but I'm having a really hard time with some mental issues right now, and you guys are some of the closest people to me, and I was just wondering if we could talk." And they all got to class late because they were just helping like support this girl mentally.
That's
Jesus,
amazing.
that would never happen.
I know. That's,
Never
I was just
happen.
thinking
That
that doesn't
is-
exist for us.
That made me feel good just
Yeah.
today. Like that made me feel good. Like I could. Yeah.
File that in under not in the 90s.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, that is awesome.
Let's go over and talk a little bit about the 24-hour event though too, I guess, because we could some great discussions that we will have on here for sure, and we could probably talk for several hours on this.
Oh, easily.
But
Nobody wants that.
and I don't know if we're allowed in the school until then. I don't know.
I mean, now that we're getting back
Yeah.
to streaming, though, you said none of us are streamers. Self plug here. I stream regularly on regularly. Why can't I speak? Regularly on twitch.tv/TheOniRyu. No capitals, and there's a underscore in between each of the words. Ryu is spelled RYU, and Oni is spelled ONI.
Blow
Thank
them
you.
up, folks. Yeah. So our 24-hour event, like I said, that we do every year is a 24-hour video game stream where and normally we just did it to YouTube that we stream to. Now we're going to be doing Twitch as well. So one of us will be playing and streaming something on YouTube and Twitch. I'm actually going to go throughout the day kind of on Facebook Live and just do some arcade cabinet stuff that I got. So that'll be pretty sweet because we'll have a few people actually come over. I think your brother said that he was going to make it, right? And then like I've got a buddy who wants to come up as well. And I don't know what times they're going to come over. So if they want to play something multiplayer, like I just might hop on the cabinet. You just kind of switch around. Like it's great though. 24 hours and actually 25 hours because daylight savings time. Yes.
I don't know about that, man.
I was gonna say, that's not what I
no, no.
agreed
It's
to.
7 to
I'm
7, man.
I'm doing it. I'm doing
7
it.
to I know you are. I know you are.
I can
I'll
stay
blow
up.
up the bed for you, the inflatable mattress. We'll put you in the
Have you
exercise
sleep
room.
on
It'll be
stream.
You
fine.
can stay there and pass out when
Sleep
it's
on
done because
Yeah,
I'm
it's
leaving
fine.
at
Yeah, I'll just
6.
do a sleep stream.
Yeah. Those are popular for
Kinda
creepy
weird
people.
stuff is this
Yeah,
guy
it's
No,
gonna
I
fine.
mean, they do like streams where it'll be like, all right, I'm gonna stream for like an entire week straight. You can just watch me sleep.
Now we'll be playing a variety of things. Final Fantasy 14 as a note because me and Rob are heavily into that. There'll also possibly be some Diablo 2 Resurrected if these fools ever buy it.
I mean, those are the ones against it. You need to convince them.
Oh no,
I'm
you're the
fine with
linchpin if you buy it.
Yeah, if
then
you
Alright,
buy
I'll
it,
buy
if
it.
he
fall,
buys it,
but
then he
Alright,
buys it.
I guess I'm buying it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
then.
ain't
You
getting
guys have
catfished
to.
again.
You
Yeah,
guys have to buy
Alright,
it. That's
that's
Monster-
another conversation. We
Damn
can talk
Monster
about that
Hunter
later.
World.
That's just one time, and I won't hear the end of it.
Nope.
Um,
It's like Fable. It's disappointing.
oh,
And I never,
God,
That's a
we-
low
and I
blow.
Yeah.
never went back.
So those games, we're gonna beat.
Mhm.
We're gonna beat.
Divinity Original Sin 2.
No, we're not beating that
No?
one yet.
Then
No,
what are we
no.
beating?
What about the
Oh yeah,
Broforce.
Broforce? Thank
It's
you.
gonna happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
Broforce.
Yeah.
Yeah, on our last
No.
stream. No, on our
We
last
got stuck
stream,
on the final boss.
we got
Oh,
stuck on the
yeah.
For an
last boss,
hour.
and we're like, no. So
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna be on that one. We're gonna if we don't beat it within an hour, we're just gonna take it to the next stream. Then
It will
and
just
go
be how
from
we
there.
start each stream. I
It's just
think.
how we start each stream
Yeah.
until we beat this thing. Okay. And then other various multiplayer games. Josh will be sadly missed. He will be out of town
Sorry.
doing something slightly cooler socially. But he will be
Good
with
for
us
all
in
of us,
spirit
Josh.
for
Definitely
sure.
will.
And throughout the event, we're actually taking donations for NAMI Dubuque. We started doing that, and anyone who donates, we've got a ton of awesome prizes. This year, I'm super excited about it. We've got some local stores, a local artist. And part of the 50-50 that we did in March, everyone that donated there, we were actually able for one of our top prizes to get an Xbox Series S with a 12-month membership to Game Pass Ultimate, which is cool.
Nice.
Like, they're totally set, man. Like, that's for 12 months. You don't have to buy games. Like,
For
you
real.
just get that. Yeah, you just get that, and you're good. You know, it's one of the newer consoles. They don't even sell them in stores yet. I mean, as we all know, might know, chip shortage and supply issues or whatever. Like, if you're not willing to go through and like go on Twitter and be like, "Oh, this is when they're coming out with them," like you're not gonna just go out there and get one for Johnny. Okay, it's you got to get it online, or through us. That's one of the prizes. The other one, oh my God, there's so many of them.
Just rattle them off. Rapid fire, baby.
There's a $25 gift certificate to Video Games Etc. Local video game store. They've got different chains, like one's in different stores. One's in Cedar Rapids.
Is
Another
there
one's
one-
in Davenport
Yeah,
or whatever. I mean,
Davenport.
it's still pretty local. It's honestly, it's one of the only places I actually go to get video
And
games.
I think actually all of our prizes, minus the X, I think the Xbox are all local businesses, aren't they?
They are, yeah. Correct,
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Yep. Local businesses, or like I said, like the artists or whatever that's on there too that I'll go over. But yeah, Phoenix Theaters is, well, I mean, we have one here, and
Yeah.
they
Oh,
are
yeah,
like
that's
out.
true.
I think
That's
are
true.
they more Midwest? Like, I don't even
I think they're out of Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're kind of up around that area within a 6-hour driving distance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Video Games Etc. $25.
Better pick a good movie if you're going up
Yeah.
north.
Right?
$25 gift certificate to them. Also, what's super cool about them, Legos. They sell Legos there. They take Lego for trade-in, and they've got like a bunch of like minifigs out there kind of displayed. I was like, dude, this is pretty sweet. I've actually gotten some Legos for my son there too.
Well done.
So pretty cool. Got to diversify when you see all this like video game stuff where it's like, oh, we buy stuff digitally now. There's not a whole lot of physical stuff out there anymore, but they got tons of it over there. So let's see here. Frosted and Filled is a cupcake and cheesecake like bakery, but they offer like other drinks, coffee, cookies, stuff like that. They're cheesecakes. I mean, you want to know? I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of a bigger guy, and it might be because of their cheesecakes and their cupcakes.
We actually just got one for Romy's birthday last week.
Oh,
and
you
it-
were
nice.
able to get one?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Normally,
Yeah,
you
they
have
had
to
one.
call
They had
ahead.
one left, and we got it. And I am not a cheesecake fan. Like I hate cream cheese in general.
It's weird.
And I tried a couple bites of it, and it was pretty good considering I'm not a fan at all.
Is it safe to say Rad Gamer Dad Bods, sponsored by Frosted and Filled?
Oh,
It's pretty easy to say. Yeah. Either that or Casey's, because I live like 2 minutes from a Casey's.
Hey,
and-
they didn't donate us pizzas.
No, they didn't. They didn't unofficially sponsor last year's stream. So yeah, Frost and Filled, $30 gift certificate for them. A lot of great stuff there. Back Pocket in Dubuque. That we have a tap room from Back Pocket. They normally are out of Iowa City, but they're also great, and that's legitimately our only barcade that we have in Dubuque.
Yes, sir.
Which is
Well, it's the
awesome.
only one within probably a
Davenport.
2 hour. Does Davenport? have-
Davenport
oh, I didn't
has
know they
one.
had one.
Yeah,
My buddy Kyle owns that place.
yeah, it's pretty legit.
I was thinking
Yeah,
Madison.
it's
was probably the
Analog, check it
closest.
out.
Yeah.
It's great. Kyle
It-
Carter.
Hey, they're
Big
not
up to
donating.
you.
I've been there. It is cool.
They're not donating,
Fine, but
but
Kyle's
hey, you know
great.
what? You go to any of those smallish towns or whatever, if they got a cool barcade, support it for sure. Those machines are hell to service. They are not great and they're expensive. But they've put up basically waive their room fees for their event room, which is normally like $50 or whatever. You can host up to like I think 125 people in there. So yeah, you've got that. Also, they've got a growler, a glass growler from there, and we snuck in a little 20 in there for a first growler fill on Rad Gamer Dads. So they've got not only their games that they got legit there, their beer's good too. So
Although Ethan, you can't win that one.
they
Sorry,
might
buddy.
they have like
You
root
can give us
beer.
the beer.
I think they have
All
root
the
They
beer.
have root
Yeah,
beer.
they-
They
yeah,
do.
they have
I'm
root
just
beer.
I'll
playing.
spend it all on root beer.
Growler
And
of
you
root
would be
beer.
surprised how many kids I've actually seen down there, like, before obviously like the 9 o'clock, bar time or
Somebody's
whatever.
got a DD.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
yeah.
I could at this or no.
No,
or
not yet.
soon.
No, but soon.
Soon.
We have plans on that. Don't worry.
Are you driving now?
I have to keep on repetitive. I have to remind my mom to get me into driver's ed still, because
Andy's already writing down the date.
She still hasn't gotten me into it.
Ethan, don't tell him when you get your license. He's going to call you all the time.
I'm
do
fine
not.
with that, honestly. It'd be nice. I can just get out of the house.
No, you're not. Andy never gives gas money.
You're gonna
okay,
be
if I
my
drive
own
you-
personal Uber.
Got it, but you have to pay for gas money if I'm driving you around.
Ooh.
I
Don't
mean,
let him pick
I'm
up
fine.
Wendy's for you because he will forget the burger in the back seat.
And then they'll
It's
find it like a
fine.
month later,
Yeah,
and it's
sure.
still the same burger.
No, it's fine. I will just if he leaves a burger, I will just eat the burger. It doesn't matter.
Maybe I'll just buy you food. I'll
Yeah.
give you gas. We'll make an arrangement.
Yeah.
Anyways. Oh, we've got local art from an awesome artist, Emily Cotton Cram. She has a shop on. I've linked it in our Facebook, but she's got an Instagram as well as a Squarespace shop as well. But 4 different packages because there was so much art that was donated, and she specializes in very whimsical fantasy kind of
Dungeons and
art.
Dragons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got she's Dungeons and Dragons stuff. That's awesome.
Give me that gelatinous cube all
Oh,
day.
Yes.
That thing is
I
so
have a
It's the
awesome.
best thing
Cube
ever.
It's
sticker.
so great.
That okay, so you saw that, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's in one of the sticker packs in one of the packages. Yeah, they've got owl bears. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I remember my first time I encountered an owl bear in D&D. I was like, what in the hell is this?
Yeah.
I was like, can I hug it? No, it'll rip you to shreds. I was like, okay, well, yeah. This is a baby owl bear that she's got in there. Anyways, tons of really great stuff. Original art.
Incredible.
Yeah, definitely. She was a generous donator last year as well too. I can only imagine from the years going on. I even saw from last year to this year when I was checking out her new stuff. I was like, you have grown as an artist, like 100%. Like it's crazy. Like I can even tell from the quality and like the stuff that she brought when she brought it over. Like even the packaging, I'm just like, she's up in her game. Really good stuff. Oh, let's see. Comic World, one of the only I think the only comic store we have in town locally, but they've been a staple. They donated the new Descent game, Legends of the Dark, I believe is what it's called.
Yes.
Yeah. And that sucker's huge. That's like this big. It's like $175 on its own. Not only that, but a $50 gift card to Comic World. I remember when
Sheesh.
I know it's wild.
I remember when somebody else owned it like a long time ago. I went in there and I'm just like, oh my god, this is like scary to come down here. It wasn't, but like now I went in there and like the place is so filled out. Like it's such a cool space, and like now that I guess I'm into a little bit more D&D and stuff like that, like I recognize a lot more of the stuff. But like it's just so awesome. Check it out, Comic World and Games in Dubuque here. Let's see here, and also the lady who makes the Rad Gamer Dad shirts, Expressions by Girl Erin. My disclaimer, my sister-in-law. But she kind of runs her own side business, screen printing, T-shirts, mugs, a lot of different apparel, things like that.
Banners, maybe?
Banners, maybe. Yeah, there's potential here. So yeah, $50 for her services, anything that she can make, as well as a Rad Gamer Dad's T-shirt. It is an XL.
Modeled by Andy.
Yeah, it was modeled by me. Yeah, it fits
Modeled
me,
for Andy.
Fits me well. Yeah. So
What
check
doesn't?
that out. Real good stuff. Key City Vinyl as well. They make wooden signs, decorative things, okay, for a lot of different stuff. I mean, everyone loves a good sign. Am I right? I mean, who doesn't like to
fair.
put a sign like my wife would get? She got like 3 different signs and she put them out there. I'm like, where the hell did you get that? And when did you get that? I have no idea. And she's just like, yeah,
I'm
everyone.
sure she thinks the same thing every time the bank account rings.
Right?
Purchased on PlayStation.
Yeah,
Store.
PlayStation. Where did this come from? But yeah, people love signs.
You know who else loves signs?
Hmm.
Tesla and Ace of Base. They saw the sign.
Boom. Yeah.
You're welcome.
So they've got a couple of welcome to our home sports signs that both of them, and now these teams kind of mix like oil and water, okay? From what I'm not a big into sports ball, but from what I hear, the Iowa State Cyclones, right?
Yep.
Okay. And Hawkeyes, if I didn't know Hawkeyes, I'd be crucified here, but but they're both, we're donating both of them. You take both of them. If you don't like one of them, give them one to someone that does like that team. You know you know somebody who likes that
Great
team.
Christmas gift.
Great
Yep.
Christmas gift, 100%. Yeah, I keep on saying 100%. I gotta stop watching Bert Kreischer.
Yes, you
100%.
100%.
100%.
So and are we on the last one then? Is the one for Phoenix Theaters? Yeah, it's 4 movie passes, and a $25 gift card to Phoenix Theaters. So, and that's good for if you go to a matinee or one of the more expensive shows, you know, whatever, $25 to, they sell alcohol there, which is pretty cool. You know, I mean, it's, and it's less expensive than the other theater.
And the seats are like
AMC.
a million times better.
Oh, the
Oh my
seats!
God.
I can't
Extremely
even.
They're
Oh, the
so
seats.
good.
That's the only reason why. That's the one reason, not the only reason. That's one of the many reasons, but the main reason why I want to go to that theater. Like,
It's so nice.
yeah.
It's so much better quality than AMC.
Yeah.
Like I can actually relax and feel comfortable there. Like AMC, it's fine. It's a theater. You can watch movies, but it's not as like the chairs kind of suck. Like
Yeah.
it's worse than this chair.
It's a normal, you know, theater seat, but these ones.
But these old fogies over here always complaining about the noise.
Oh yeah.
Get me in that noise. Get me in that sound
Yeah,
bubble.
absolutely.
I love it.
I go there strictly
If
for the
I
audio
if
fidelity.
I can't hear your movie playing in my theater, it's not loud enough.
I want those chairs to warm my butt. I want to be laid back, and I want to almost be falling asleep.
Because
Okay.
what
Why do you-
every
but then you
movie
would fall
needs is
asleep.
more Andy Swamp ass.
Oh
That is
my God.
exactly.
Yeah.
Disclaimer: they clean out the chairs that Andy sits in
I
after
hope.
each movie. Don't worry.
I hope so, at least.
You won't
Yeah.
get that chair.
So yeah, 4 movie tickets and a $25 gift card to them. All these great businesses. I mean, I was surprised this year how many people were just like, "Oh yeah, you want something? Here you go." You know, because I was like, you know, maybe I'll just kind of reach out and get some more. How many people are just willing to give? You know, what especially the ones that I was able to talk more to, like one-on-one. Okay, I don't want to do, you know, any like Emily's super great. Comic World, okay, super great. Like the owner there, Ben, I believe his name is. It's just phenomenal. He's like, yeah, I think that'll work. You know, do you want to? Yeah, how about throw in a gift card? I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah. That's awesome, man. So yeah, all these guys super generous. The only one that I didn't have to ask for was the one that was made generously, you know, donated from the 50/50 and all this stuff by you guys who all donated during that. So that was awesome, and we've even got an additional $200 to spare that we're gonna put it right into the November stream.
Wow.
Awesome.
So we're actually over $1,000.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
I was gonna say, I think when I seen it today, it was 825. I think is what I seen today.
825. But then we've got like another because we take cash, check,
Right.
Venmo.
I've got
at
$200
Rad
waiting to add to that too.
Nice. And we've got another 100 in the Venmo, and then So keep it coming. Also, got to pay attention to our posts because I will be putting out 3 separate posts that will get you an extra raffle chance. Okay. To
An extra donation chance.
a donation chance. Yeah, I
Donation.
can't. Sorry. An extra
Don't
donation
use the
chance.
R word. We do not have a license for that.
Shut up. Oh my God. Yeah. You have to
This is
call
when
it
it
out
unravels.
Like that.
This is where it falls apart.
Yeah, right. This is where we just shut it down. But yeah, it will get you an extra chance. So up to 3 times just for liking and sharing the post. Okay, that's all you have to do to get the word out, And it's certain posts, the ones where I say specifically, you have to like and share this one. Okay. Those are the ones that you're going to want to pay attention to. So on Facebook, Rad Gamer Dads Facebook page. You do a little Instagram stuff too, don't you? I mean,
By little,
by little.
if you mean I haven't updated it since last November, then yes, I've done a little.
So go to Facebook.
Yes,
All
go to
right.
Facebook.
Go to your
Since
Facebook
I'm never on
overlords. Like
Facebook.
our page. Follow our page. We might get into Twitter. That's not going to be my realm.
Nope.
It might be somebody
I
else's.
may carry that mantle.
You may carry that, or
may.
we might have to go over to Rad Gamer Lad over here. I don't know.
He can do Twitter. I'll do Twitch. I like.
You'll
Twitch.
do Twitch.
We have
specifically?
we have our Twitch. It's
Yep.
We got
just
a Rad Gamer Dads Twitch.
as our Twitch.
Yeah.
We have an email, radgamerdads@gmail.com, if you want to email us anything.
Yeah.
No nude
We
pics.
should set up a PO box
No.
so they can
None of
donate.
None of that, please. What am
That's
I?
about it.
It's not it. Okay. Yeah. That's it as far as our donation, our prizes, kind of what we're about, what we do. A little bit more towards the mental health initiative that we're going forward with, and that's going to be for going forward for the rest of our streams that we do. I mean, it is going to be going towards substance abuse, mental health, helping boost up those services, especially for nonprofits for sure. We will get into games, probably episode 2.
Awesome.
I would think, we kind of do this democratically and talk amongst ourselves what we want to do. I don't know why I'm being the one that's meant to talk. Like, thank God that there's not a group of people right here.
Founder.
Yeah,
Founder.
founder, but
Yeah.
also not the best public speaker.
Founder
I mean,
equals
you're
You're
MC.
able to like continuously talk
but
well.
but the dog father is over here. He's
You know,
He-
Snoop does Snoop things. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just high
He's
over in the corner. You know?
he's unpredictable.
Yeah, he's the segue master. He could just transition.
Today he's
into
wearing a
stuff.
black T-shirt. Next time he might be wearing a gold tux. You never know.
You never know. You never know. Any other thoughts, you guys, for wrapping this whole deal up here for this episode?
Follow my Twitch.
Well,
Follow
besides
Young
that,
Ethan Twitch for sure.
Yeah. Again, thank you all the sponsors. Thanks for everybody who's donated. It's a lot of fun, and it's also a great way to make a difference. And I think more times that people use their skills and their passions to make a difference for other people, it's always a win.
Yeah.
agreed. Yeah,
100%.
and we're building a community, and I'm really loving this even more than like the past couple of years. I feel like it's really growing. Just the responses that we get on our postings, involving Josh and Ethan into it too, really reaching out to local businesses and, the local NAMI chapter. And, this is growing into something really powerful now, that's involving everyone. And it's really great to have this community to rely on and be part of.
Yeah, I need help. Like I said, I can't I need different viewpoints to people talking about different things, because if I do this all myself, I don't have that all in me. Like, you both are very good with words. You're great.
I'm good at shitting on things.
I'm the pigeon. You're great.
The
you're
pigeon.
great.
He knocks
pigeon.
Andy
I just
down
shit on
when you need
everything.
to. We need that.
He's officially the oldest here that I like to give him. Like, he's the almost boomer of the group, right?
Boomer perspective.
And then Ethan, he offers that youthful perspective and gorgeous hair that we all wish. Well, Rob has good hair too.
He's got great hair.
Women
Fantastic
love my hair.
Yeah, man.
They're jealous of it.
I mean, we could work on the beard, but that's
Yes, my beard is terrible because I also don't take care of it. I literally just let it go.
no. Anything to wrap up though for thoughts?
No, not really. I mean, I think it went well. Just like Josh said, thanks for everybody that donated, that will hopefully continue to donate. And thanks to Brittany Farber from NAMI. I don't think we mentioned her name yet.
We didn't drop her name.
Way to go.
Probably should have.
Way to go.
There it is.
I'm sorry, Brittany.
But no, other than that,
She's been great to work with.
I'm excited, despite The long stream.
See what happens when you throw the old man an extra hour.
Right.
He's
Yes,
very cranky
yes.
about it now.
You're gonna do
But-
that. Our eyes tend to bleed in
No.
between.
No,
2
but
and
it
4
is.
a.m.
It's a great thing that we're doing, and it gives us a chance to just get together, hang out, and do what we like to do. I mean, sometimes we like to play the same game, sometimes we like to play different games, but in the end, it's for the cause more than anything.
For
I'll
sure.
be fine with 25 hours considering the last time I just didn't go to sleep after we went back and only went to sleep at a normal time, so I did like 32 hours.
He went to a coma over his waffles. He was going to sit down and eat, and he just kind of passed out over them.
I took a melatonin and passed out. It was wonderful.
Uh,
Again, thank you everyone.
Wait,
thank you guys.
Rang,
What?
hit him with the deets. What's the date? What's the time?
Oh yeah, man, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I
Come
thought
on.
I said November 6th, right?
No,
For the
Not-
stream?
Not gonna hurt to mention it
Well, now
again.
you
Right?
did.
Oh
What-
my god.
What
yes.
day is it?
This is why I need other people. I can't do this myself. Yeah, November 6th. It is from 7 in the a.m. till November 7th, 7 in the a.m. And that's
To be
technically
adjusted.
25. It's 25 hours. 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. That's when we're doing it.
TBA to be adjusted.
So catch us on YouTube, catch us on Twitch. I'll be, like I said, going live on Facebook Live with some arcade stuff throughout the day. Other people, if they want to as well, can kind of get in on that action. But yeah, November 6th is when it starts. We'll take donations all the way up through November 7th until 7 a.m. We will draw for winners at probably like a little after 7, I would assume, once we get all of our faculties together. But yeah, so definitely stay tuned for that. And I do want to tell people though too, because some people aren't about like the prizes, or if they did get one, they didn't even know if like they would use it or whatever. You can totally like we're raffling like in an order, so probably start with
Donating.
the Xbox donation,
Drawing for winners.
drawing for God damn it, I can't get my words mixed up now. But anyways, we are going to be drawing for the winners, and we'll probably start with the Xbox first. And we'll start with the. You are being helpful. I'm sorry. All right. We'll start with the Xbox first, but you can pass if you want to. Okay, if you wanted something else, but I mean, if you win something, you're gonna be taken out. We're not having like
murdered?
what? No,
Just
not
mean
taken. Oh
alcohol
no,
dipping,
like
I
taken
think.
out of the drawing. Thank you. See, we need to clarify this stuff because otherwise, Amy can be sending a hitman to your house. No. Because your mom is crazy lucky.
Yes.
Yeah, she's crazy lucky.
Yes.
Like she wins like a lot of that, and she didn't win multiple prizes, but she's won something like almost every time that we've done that, and we just do this online spinning wheel thing. I mean, it's that's what we used last year. Before we used like just like pick a
name out of
ticket
pick a
out
name
there
out
or
of
whatever.
hat.
But I like the spinning wheel thing.
I like the spinning
Yeah, it's got a lot of like
More
drama.
flair.
Yeah, flair. You
Mhm.
can even put like you could do it like Mario theme on there too. It's kind of cool. So we'll do that this year. But anything else that I missed, please.
No, I don't
No?
think so.
No, that was good. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Hey, thanks guys. We'll see you later.